Hi and welcome to BooksBeautyKendra. My name is Kendra and today I wanted to do a discussion on morally grey books. Like what makes a morally grey character, and then some recommendations with those in them. Yeah, as you can see I've done my hair. It's all freshly dyed. Very happy with it. It's a lot more red than I usually go for, but it should help with the fading process. Anyways, morally grey. Morally grey I see as a character that has good intentions, does wrong things but for the right reason. Kind of. I would say that they're not morally dark, they're not obviously morally light, they're in the middle. So the morally light ones are ones who do the right thing for the right reason. Morally dark ones, doing the wrong thing for the wrong reasons. Morally grey is that fine line between the two, where they're doing the wrong thing, they have very good intentions and are doing it for the right reason. Do you understand me? Kind of. I don't know how else to explain it, but if you have another explanation of what morally grey is for a morally grey character, leave it in the comments below please, and let's get on with the recommendations. The first series is a duology that is the epitome, what you think of when you think morally grey characters, and that is the Six of Crows duology. So we've got Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, both by Leigh Bardugo. This is one of my absolute favourite series. It's YA, follows 6 very morally grey characters. Some are doing it for, revenge. Some are doing this, it's a heist story basically. Some are doing it for revenge, some of them are doing it for the love of their country. There's a whole bunch. Some of them are doing it for love. And there's a whole bunch of different reasons why they're going on this heist. And the heist changes during their thing, and in this one it goes poof. Because that's a great explanation, Kendra. 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. That's the tagline for Six of Crows. And if you have not read this and you enjoy morally grey characters, this is such a tongue twister to say, morally grey characters, and you enjoy, it's a YA novel, so if you enjoy YA, I don't really anymore, but I make an exception for this because this is just so good. Yeah, read this. It's what's that movie, Ocean's 11, but not just men. They're they're 18 to 20 or 17 to 20, the age range. So it's not amazingly one or the other, amazingly adult as opposed to amazingly YA. It's more new adult, but there's no sexy scenes in there at all. Next is another one of my favorite series that I have completed a while ago, and that is the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. So we've got A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light. This is the 3rd book. Yes. Even the pages have got great bits in them. That's how you know. If you don't know A Darker Shade of Magic, it starts with this, what do they call them? Red Traveler. That's not what they're called though. Anyways, I can't remember what they're called, but there are these special kinds of people in this world where there are 4 different worlds, 4 different parallel worlds that all somehow have in the same place like a city called London, because that's just what you have. And in that same place, in that same London, it's not exactly the same, I mean they're all different, but in that city of London they all have this one tavern, pub in them that's the same, and that's where we meet our hero Cal. Well, hero, he is pretty morally grey, and it's his adventure as he travels across the 4 different Londons. So there's White London, which has been completely destroyed by magic. Black London, which is getting destroyed by magic, I think. No. Black London was completely destroyed by magic. White London is getting destroyed by magic. Red London has magic, and Grey London has no magic. So Kel can travel between these 4 lands. He, in his land, is called a Red Traveller. I can't remember what the actual word is though, because there's more like him that we find as we read through the books. And he can take stuff. He's not supposed to. He can take stuff from the different Londons and bring them back to his world or to other worlds. So he is like an ambassador of some sort for all these different Londons, because he works with the King and Queen, and he's best friends with the Prince of Red London. It's all very magical, and he finds someone a little bit unusual in Grey London called Delilah Bard. You may have heard her name before, that this is where she's from. It's a great time. It's a great time, and it's just like so much happens in these books, and it's been a while since I've read them, so I can't articulate it properly without figuring out what's a spoiler and what's not. So yeah. Another book by V.E. Schwab is Vicious. There's more in the series. I've only read Vicious. This is 100% morally grey characters. This follows Victor and Eli. Yeah, they're college roommates at the start, and they're figuring out how to become extraordinaries. Extraordinaries are people with powers. And they find that the way to make extraordinaries, because yes, you can make those people, is by having a near-death experience. So anyone who's had a near-death experience, they take something from that, and then they kind of like, it transforms into a power of some sort. Anyways, one of them has been in, Victor has been in prison for the past 10 years, and Eli has been running around being this good guy while secretly doing some bad stuff, and Victor's now coming back to get his revenge. It's a great story. I need to continue. I have Victorious? Is that the second book? I can't remember. It's up there somewhere in my V.E. Schwab shelf up. Yeah. Next, these books, by the way, so Six of Crows, the V.E. Schwab books, and the next 2 lots I'm going to talk about, I found on a blog post. I think Antonia Bernardine? I don't know. I'll link her down below so you can have a look at the blog post, because she has like 40 series on that, or 40 books on her list. I've just got a few. Most of these are from that list. Oh, I went out of focus there. Some of these are not from that list that I still think should be on that list. Next is The Bridge Kingdom. So that's The Bridge Kingdom and The Traitor Queen by Danielle L. Jensen. These are the first 2 books in the Bridge Kingdom series, which is a series of duets. This one follows Lara. Yes, Lara and what's the guy's name? Aaron. And Lara has been trained her entire life to kill the king of the Bridge Kingdom, to seduce him and then kill him, so that her father can get control of the Bridge Kingdom, because if you control the Bridge Kingdom, you control that whole section of the world. Does it have a map? Yeah. So if you can see, Bridge Kingdom is all these like little islands here, and there's land, and there's land, and the Bridge Kingdom controls all the imports, exports, all that. It's very interesting. But yeah, both Lara and Aaron are, actually more so Lara than Aaron, are pretty morally grey characters, because she's trying to kill him, but she's trying to do good things as well. She thinks it's for good anyways. Then this one, I wasn't entirely sure if they are morally grey, but it was on that list. So we're just going to say it is. And that's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is a very loved book. Don't know if you can tell, there's lots of cracks on the spine here, which I never do. But I read it, just had it since like 2012. And I've read it like 3 or 4 times. Something like that. Anyways. The circus arrives without warning. No announcements preceded. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. This follows a magical traveling circus. Has this got a bookmark in it? No. I'm going crazy. Okay, that's good to know. This follows a traveling circus as it moves around from city to city, country to country, just popping up, staying for like a week maybe, and then disappearing. And it follows 2 different stories that revolve around the night circus. One follows, I want to say Isabel, and I keep seeing this one named Chandrash Christophe Lefebvre, but that is not the guy's name. Is Isabel her name, or is Isabel the other person, the girlfriend? Marco. Celia. There we go. Celia and Marco, as they become like enemies or competitors in this like magical duel thing where they have to out magic each other, not like actually hurting each other, just like magically outdoing each other. And then it follows Bailey, Poppet and Widget, and they are like children, and it's following them as they explore the circus, all the different things that are part of the circus. And yeah, it's like Bailey joining the circus. It's beautiful. Bailey, Poppet and Widget are definitely not morally grey. They're just children. Not that children, I don't know about children being morally grey. They're still learning their morals. But yeah, Celia and Marco might be a bit morally grey. I don't know. Read it to find out for yourself. Okay, so the next 3 recommendations are books that aren't on that list, but I personally think they have morally grey characters. First one being a newish release, and that's 5 Broken Blades by Mike Corland. And yeah, I just read this, loved it. It's a good one. It follows the 5 most dangerous liars in the land, and they have been brought together to try and do this impossible task, which is kill the God King. How are you supposed to kill a god? I don't know, but they've got to try and do it. And it's them coming from different parts of this continent. This continent, and they have to come together so that they can, try and do this impossible task that has been offered to them for some reward that they think, would be good for them. So they're doing not such a great thing, and most of them for a good reason. So yeah, what I said before as to what I think morally grey means. They do this in here. I quite like it. I've got the sequel to Haul, which is over here, and I'm very excited to get to that one too. I hope to get to it soon. It's like adult Six of Crows. It's amazing. Not as good as Six of Crows, but pretty close. Next, I've got a romance. Well, I've got 2 romances next, and then we're done. The first one being, sorry about my dress, Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, the Brutal Birthright series. I think as a whole is pretty morally grey because it all deals with mafia people, but they're not necessarily doing, they're doing bad things, yes, because they're part of the mafia, but they're also doing it for like family and loyalty and, you know, the stuff we would do stuff for, but hope never to, you know, have to do bad stuff for them. This one follows the Griffins and the Gallows. They're part of the Chicago's underworld. I think the Griffins are, yeah, the Griffins are the Irish mafia, and then the Gallows are the Italian mafia. This is when like a fire breaks out in the Griffin's house, and then there's like a fight between the children, and so to broker peace in their homes, or in Chicago in general, the oldest son and the youngest daughter are married, have put into an arranged marriage with each other. So that's Callum and Ada, and it's how they get along with each other, or don't really get along with each other, because if you've read that wedding scene, you can tell they're not off to a great start. Highly recommend this. It's fun. Just doesn't take itself too seriously, which is good. The last recommendation I have is another romance. This is the Madison Kate Quartet. I've only got the first 2. I've only read the first 2, which are Hate and then Liar. These are by Tate James. This follows, well, it follows Madison Kate. I'm just going to hold up one. This follows Madison Kate as she is wrongly accused of starting this whole like circus night thing where this person was killed and there was like all these fighters involved, and yeah, she runs away because a mob guy is coming after her. You can see there's a thing going on here with the mob people. That's why they're morally grey. Anyways, she runs away from this mob guy and is stuck in the House of Mirrors. Is that what it's called? Anyways, she's stuck in the House of Mirrors trying to get away from this guy who's chasing her, and she gets pulled into this storage closet of sorts with these 3 guys in there who are also hiding, and she has a panic attack because when she was younger she was in a closet while her mum was being killed, and she's got like claustrophobia from that, so fair enough. So they calm her down, well, one of them calms her down, and then later when she finally gets out of prison for being blackmailed for this whole night that goes way out of whack, and she eventually lives with her aunt or something, or her grandma, something like that. She comes back, lives with her dad, finds out her dad's remarrying or remarried to the mother of one of these guys. Yes, and then his other 2 friends are living there as well, and it's basically a wide choose between the 4 of them. I mean, her and the 3 guys. It's not like a big thing with all the 4 of them So that's not white shoes. What is that called? That's just polyamory. Got that right. And yeah, it's dark, it's fun, you should try it. There's like 2 more books in the series that I have to read, which is Fake and Kate, and then I'm done. And yeah, if you've made it this far into the video, leave me a comment saying, recommending a morally grey character in book that you like or you don't like, but you still think the morally grey character is amazing and so you want to recommend the book as a whole. That'd be awesome. And if not, you could leave me the face behind the clouds emoji. I like that one. That one's cute. I just recently discovered it, which means I'm very late to the times, but that's okay. And if you made it this far into the video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that jazz, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye!